Yes, Halloween is drawing in closer. And this year, me and the family are having a clown-tastic Halloween. So, I've been really busy making something, yes, making a prop for this year. So, if you want to find out what that's all about, then please keep watching.
Strangers, welcome to STARRAVEN's Gothic Eternity.
So, over the last few days, I have been quite busy. I've been making a prop for Halloween. Something I wanted to get, but it was very expensive to buy, so I decided to give it a go and make it myself. It may be not perfect, but I think it's going to suit our theme for this Halloween and just look amazing by the time I've finished, fingers crossed. So, here is a few video clips over the last 4 days of what I've been up to behind the scenes making this Halloween prop. And it's something really special. Would you like to find out what it is? Okay, so I decided I was going to make us our very own clown ticket booth, like you're going to go to the circus. But the idea is my son's going to sit behind it and hand out sweets to the trick-or-treaters. So I thought this would be really fun for him and something really fun we could do together as a prop for our Halloween this year. So if you'd like to find out how I made this and what it looks like at the end, please enjoy the video.
Hello strangers, today we are going to be making our very own clown booth to give out some candies for Halloween. So this is going to be really fun, and to start with here I decided that I was going to draw out some letters, basically stencils for us to use for the top part of our booth. So I had lots of ideas for this. I was going to use clown or freak show or like pay here or something like that, but I decided to put tickets on here. So I had lots of ideas, I went through them all and I thought just write tickets, and this will look really cool and make it look like it is a booth or somewhere to get your tickets for the circus to see the clowns. So we're here now just sketching out all the letters. I wanted to do them like small then bigger than small, so I drew this arch over the top, so I kind of got a size of where I wanted to go, and then it was cutting all the letters out just so I had some nice stencils for when I move on to the next step. This took quite a long time and it was quite fiddly. I'm not very good at cutting out things, so it took me a little while to to get this right. Okay, just 3 more letters to go. We did have 2 T's to do here, so I just used the one from here to do another one, just to try and cheat basically, so I didn't have to try and draw out another one the same. And then we had the S at the end. These were so roughly drawn out, but I'm very impressed how they came out in the end. So yeah, that's all the letters all cut out, ready to be stuck on, well, to cut out again basically. Okay, so I took a cardboard box. This is actually a baby white box, and I thought the shape of this, and when I unfolded it, was really cool because it had like 3 points with a cardboard joint together. So I decided just to cut the bottom off here and to use the actual just this shape because I thought it looked really cool. I decided to round up a little bit at the edges here just to give it a bit more of the rounded shape what I was going for. I think that looks pretty good. So yeah, any way to make a cheat or to use something that's already there. And then I'm just placing down our paper letters so we can see what they look like and if they fit and things. And yeah, I was quite impressed how that looked. I think it looked really good. So we're going to go ahead and work on cutting all the cardboard bits out. So I did all that so you guys didn't have to see it all. And now it's time for glue sticks. So I was first of all going to just glue these down flat on here, but I really wanted to give it this kind of 3D effect. I wanted to look like they were basically popping off this display. So I did have to come up with another idea to try and get that effect. So I decided, yeah, I was just putting loads of glue on here because I was thinking of just sticking them down flat. So yeah, my idea, like, all of a sudden came to me. I was like, we need to make these bigger. So I cut out little strips of cardboard and I just put them underneath so they actually stand out from the image here, from our background. And it actually worked out really well. And I did that all the way along for every single letter. I want this to look very spooky, but also not too spooky, because it is for, you know, younger kids. So I was trying to do this so it was creepy but cute at the same time. So I thought this made it look really cute, and yeah, I actually really liked the way this looked when it was finished. It took a long time trying to do all this, because I didn't realise it was gonna take so long. It just went on and on and on. Okay, so that's the E done there. We're just gonna glue that one down. And then move on to our T here. I decided to do the S as well. Try and save some time because this just took so long. I'm not joking. This is times by 300, I think, in speed. So it's very sped up, this part, but it did take a very long time to sit and do all this stuff here. It was so fun though. I actually find stuff like this really relaxing. So, and there we go, all glued down. Looking good. Okay, I wanted to make this look more circus clowny, so I decided to cut out like little strips of card. So I was going to do a bigger piece of card down the edge and then a smaller one, and then have this like rippled edge around the bottom. So I quite liked how this looked after cutting around and playing around with bits of card for a while, and decided to glue them down too. So they were all ready to all glue down. I've always wanted to make loads of Halloween props over Halloween, and I never really get around to it. So this year I really want to try and make a couple at least. It just takes, I think it's just how long it takes and how much mess it leaves around it. We've had pretty rotten luck, and we've had a couple of ceilings fall down over the last few months. And yeah, so working around having dust and stuff everywhere and making props has been quite challenging. And yeah, I'm hoping that we're going to be sorted out soon. But it's so nice to actually work on some props, and also it saves money and it's fun. And my son does help me along in a minute, do some bits. He helped me choose out the letters, and it's really lovely to have him involved in something like this as well. So we're just gluing down all these bits of cards now. I was very lucky because my husband's just brought this new monitor screen, so I did have lots of other bits of cardboard and things left over from that. And so yeah, I did get to reuse lots of cardboard that we had around the house as well. And I love recycling and reusing old materials or anything again, really. And I'm going to cut out some more of these like bumpy bits. I'm going to use these as like a flag effect around it, so I'm cutting all these out again, and I decided I want the same kind of look around the top too. I think that looks pretty cool. So we're going to do the same the other side as well. I did look around on YouTube to try and find a cardboard one somewhere because I only had cards. So this I basically just used for my imagination and played around with stuff that we had laying around the house. Lots of people normally make these out of woods or like pallets and things like that, very thin wood. And yeah, I just couldn't find any wood anywhere. So yeah, this is a really fun little project if you got the stuff, you know, around your home, and a very cheap little thing you can do. So I'm just cutting out some more now for around the top middle section. We really wanted this part of the booth to pop, really. I'm so excited. It is the 1st of October, so it's officially spooky month. And yeah, I'm so happy that we get, you know, closer to Halloween. It's very exciting. So I decided to cut out some more cardboard strips, and I wasn't too happy the background being so plain. So I thought, I can make this look a bit more like a wood texture by cutting out a few strips to put in between the letters. I wasn't too sure about this idea to start with, and yeah, we had a play around and I quite liked the way it looked. So yeah, let's get them in place. I decided to push them up through the letters, trying to get them both in the same place-ish. It didn't really matter to me though, because it was just more of a decorating, you know, making it look like it's been nailed together or something. And yeah, it turned out looking quite cool. Okay, we're just gluing on these last bits at the top here. I'm sorry you can't see some of it here, but I will move it down and show you in a minute, I'm sure. Okay, now let's put them side bits in. The little wooden panels we're putting in here, so it looks like it's been made of wood. Just trying to cut it into shape now so it all fits in. I'm just making sure all the loose bits are glued down now and in the right place. I'm very dyslexic, so it did take me a long time as well. I had to triple check the spelling of tickets about 10 times before I glue this down as well. It was very frustrating. Next, with my husband's monitor came this like polystyrene pieces that kept the monitor nice and still in the box. And when I pulled it out the box, I was like, hey, this looks just like the front of a ticket booth thing. So I decided I was actually going to use this. And it wasn't the right size, so the hole needed to be bigger. So I'd used a pair of scissors and kind of cut it out bigger. This was so messy. I felt like Edward Scissorhands by the end of this. You'll see why. So yeah, I'm just putting weight and pushing down on the polystyrene here to cut it around in the bigger shape the inside here. And it was quite easy to pop out the middle, and then I just used the scissors to kind of make sure it was all nice and neat. I got absolutely covered in polystyrene. it was everywhere. It was very fun, but also very annoying. And yeah, by the end of this, I was just covered from head to toe, and you can see it all just sticking to my clothes. So this was a very interesting, I've never done this kind of thing before, and it was, yeah, very messy. So yeah, then I used the side the scissors just to make sure everything was nice and as flat as I could get it, basically.
I don't care what people think. I dare you just to blink. I am
Okay, I do have 2 more boxes to glue together for the base, and I was thinking about putting this on top, but I did want to put some lights in, so I got some of our old lights and decided that I was going to do it orange, purple, orange, purple, orange, purple. So I decided to use a pair of scissors and to go in and make a hole big enough to push through the wires, so it looked like it had lights around it, because I think this will make it look really cute. So yeah, I just gathered up the, one of the coloured lights and pushed it through the hole. We're going to go do this 4 times down, so we're going to have our orange, then purple, then orange and purple. And making these holes was pretty hard as well. I just cleaned up all the other mess, and now it's time to get messy again. So now I'm pushing through the purple ones. This made it really easy. When I found the polystyrene that was the kind of the right shape that I was thinking, I thought it'd be really cool, because polystyrene you can just punch holes in where you like and change it how you like. So this I thought was a really great idea. I didn't have to worry about cutting out cardboard at the right size and if it was going to be flimsy, or because polystyrene's quite tough, but also it's, you can make holes in it pretty easy. So yeah, this is what we ended up with. And now we're doing purple at the bottom here again. It's really hard to see the colours and stuff in this angle, but we are getting there. And now I need to leave enough of the wire to go around to the other side. I tried to do this up the right way so I didn't mess up the, having the plug at the bottom of the top of the light, so it was hard to plug in. So yeah, I did try and have to use my brain a lot on where to put these in and how it worked out, really. Okay, back in again with purple, I believe, and then we're gonna go back in with the orange. I was getting so messy again, and it was a little bit frustrating, but it's still fun as well. Okay, nearly there now, just the last hole to go. Okay, pushing it through again. And there we go, we have all that sorted there. I haven't glued these in or anything because I want to be able to take them out easy enough when I'm finished with it. This is where our ticket's going to go at the top. There we go, all lit up for you. And yes, next me and my son are going to paint the ticket booth banner. So we didn't know what colours to do this, and we were quite limited on paint at the moment. We couldn't find any of the paint on where we put it, so we decided to go for actually a purple colour, which ended up being a lot lighter than we wanted originally. We wanted to go very dark purple, but we didn't have any, so this is the colour that we ended up using. We weren't too worried though, because we wanted it to be just different and quirky and something we made together, so it was fine. I'm quite lucky, everyone in my family is pretty arty, so it's so lovely when we get to do something together like this. Okay, let's get some more paint on now. We decided to mix in a blue with this as well at the sides, just to give it a different look to this, and also run out of purple paint. So we went for a blue mix at the ends, and now we're painting the tickets a really bright yellowy orangey colour. Again, very short on paint, so this is what we went with, and I think it looked really cool. Just using acrylic paints. These are quite cheap to buy. You can get them in the pound shop and in the works if you're in the UK. And yeah, it's just fun to experiment with things sometimes. We did want to try and age this as well, and I don't actually get around to showing you how I did it, but I literally just used really watered down black paint to put around the outsides. You'll see that shortly, what it looks like. But it was fun to experiment with different coloured paints and things, because we just didn't have many left. We paint a lot in our house, and yeah, we need to get some more. So now I'm just going over with a darker purple around some of the outside bits, just to darken it up, so it looks a bit weathered and a bit aged. And this stuff I always find really fun. I love making things look like they have more texture when I don't have any, or they only have a little bit. And yeah, so we went in with some darker colours just to darken up in some places. Trying to get up around the letters and things, just so it looks like it's darker behind them as well, and also to fix some mistakes as well. My son done a very good job with me. I'm very, very impressed at how this looks. The painting part's always my favourite bits in projects, and yeah, I wouldn't mind painting all day if I had the chance to. I did put a white around the outside of these letters as well to make them look like they're popping out a little bit more. And I just used a very damp brush and just scraped over the edges very gently to give it this white effect over the letters as well. And you can see we painted some red around the outside as well, and some white. Okay, next we're going to glue these together. I'm very sorry about the mess around. Everything is crammed into rooms at the moment because of the mess, so I apologise. And yeah, so we're going to just use hot glue now to run around the boxes here, and I have put it all across the bottom here just to give it more support. I tried to put a heavier box at the bottom just to weigh it down a bit, but I still might need to cut a hole in the bottom and put a couple of heavy books on the night, because I don't want it blowing away or keep falling over. So that was my plan for that, or a couple of bricks or something if I can find some. And then we're actually gluing on the polystyrene here, and this one looks like all glued together. So very easy, and look, it's looking like a ticket booth now. And I used actually some red felt that I got from my doll's house for carpet. I did have some left over, and I was wondering how I was going to paint the polystyrene. I know it's very tricky to paint, so I decided just to use this stuff and put it over the top around the lights. And this also makes the lights look really cool as well, and gives it this extra ring around the outside, so they look like proper lights in here. Actually been cutting it in strips, then cutting a hole in the same place, And yeah, this has been very interesting, and I love playing with different materials and things. This stuff was super easy because I didn't have to glue it down or paint it. It was easiest, just cut to the right size, and then just to take the backing off and to stick it on. And I love how it looked afterwards as well. Cutting some of the bottom off, we don't need all of this. You can see how messy my desk is behind there now. Oh dear, so messy. And just cutting this hole nice and as round as possible. I've never been amazing at cutting, so yeah, that will do. And then we just take the backing off here. And then I'm going to try and show you how I stuck it on, but I'm going to try my hardest here. It's a bit tricky with one hand. Okay. So I'm just going to stick this down over here. And then we're going to push this down very gently around the hole and the lights and everything here, so that it's in the right place. And there we go. Near enough done. We just need to paint the bottom, and I think I'm just going to paint that white too, so it all blends in together. And I think we're near enough done. So let me show you a complete, shall I? Let's go and take a look.
Thank you so much for coming along to today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I would love to know what you're doing for your Halloween. Are you planning to make any props? Are you having a themed Halloween this year? I would love to know all this stuff. And I hope you guys love this video as much as I enjoyed making it. And I will see you next time. And please don't forget to be weird, to be yourself, and to be different. Because otherwise you're just completely boring. And I'll see you later. Goodbye. Happy Halloween. Big goth hugs to you all. Goodbye.
Happy Halloween. Have a spooky day. Let yourself be weird and strange and happy Halloween. It's so close, it's so near. Check out this spooky Gothic merch. Happy Halloween. Have a spooky day. Let yourself be weird and strange and happy Halloween. It's so close, it's so near. Check out this spooky Gothic merch.
Gothic eternity. eternity. Gothic eternity. Gothic